सेव किया था ना?
मैं सिर्फ इसलिए गया था क्योंकि उसने मुझे कॉल किया, that's it. But listen तो.
Save it for someone else.
जिंदगी में सेव करना जरूरी है, मगर जब बात पैसों की हो, सिर्फ सेविंग से काम नहीं चलेगा। इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए और अपने सेविंग्स को आगे बढ़ने का मौका दीजिए।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
With 2 weeks left for Karnataka election, I'm sure you must be watching the political developments there very closely. Monday, that's the 24th of April, was the last date for withdrawal of candidatures. The die is cast now, so to say. In the coming 2 weeks, you can expect from me to do a couple of more shows on Karnataka based on what I see on the ground. They may not necessarily be in the politically correct format. It could be in a political adda or polygraph show, the other two shows, weekly programs I do. In this episode of Politically Correct, I am going to focus on the BJP and how it has done so far. Let me start with a couple of vignettes from the past. In 1980, when Ghulam Nabi Azad went to Washim in Maharashtra to file his nomination papers for the Lok Sabha election, an advocate, R.G. Rathi, invited him over for breakfast. When Azad was leaving, Rathi gave him a new Fiat car with a driver and money for petrol for a month. Azad writes in his autobiography that 6 months after the Lok Sabha election, which he won, he could reciprocate the goodwill and generosity, quote unquote, shown by Rathi by giving him an assembly ticket. Well, that's as easy as it gets. Spare a car, a driver and petrol for a big neta for a month and get a Congress ticket. Party leaders would tell you that tickets have been given for even cheaper considerations. Anyway, it's a delight to read about Azad's days in the Congress. When former Congress leaders write or talk about the party, they come out with such delectable nuggets of information. Sharad Pawar has another interesting take on how the Congress High Command chose chief ministers. In 1982, when A.R. Antule resigned as Maharashtra chief minister, then Prime Minister and Congress President Indira Gandhi opted for Bala Sahab Bhosle, a first-term MLA, as Antule's replacement. In his autobiography, On My Terms, Pawar recalls how there were several stories doing the rounds about why Bhosle was handpicked. One story was that he shared his second name with Chhatrapati Shivaji and Indira Gandhi thought Bhosle was his descendant. Another story was that Bhosle's assembly constituency's name, Nehru Nagar, did the trick for him. Pawar says that his personal guess was that Bhosle was made the CM by Indira Gandhi because he was the son-in-law of Tulsidas Jadhav. In the 1969 presidential election, of the 5 or 6 votes Indira Gandhi's candidate V.V. Giri polled in Maharashtra, one was that of Tulsidas Jadhav. Just like that, you never know when the good works done by our parents, grandparents or great-grandparents for the Gandhis would fetch you an assembly or a parliament ticket or even the chief ministerial chair. Indira Gandhi's descendants have largely followed this practice. It's only logical now that the BJP, which has replaced the Congress as the most dominant party of India, should also inherit the practices that the grand old party followed. BJP leaders and the party's rank and file are therefore not surprised when the High Command picks up an ML Khattar, a Bhupender Patel, a Pushkar Dhami or Manik Saha as Chief Minister. Many a time even Google uncle seems clueless when these names are announced. The BJP seems to have started taking a cue from the old Congress in selecting party candidates too. Or so it seems from what happened in the 2022 Himachal Pradesh election and what's happening in Karnataka today. In Himachal, at least 17 BJP leaders, including sitting MLAs, broke away from the BJP to contest as rebel candidates. 17 out of 68 seats was a big deal, although as we analyzed later, these rebels caused the party's loss in only 6 seats. Given that the BJP won just 25 out of those 68 seats, the party couldn't have got a majority even if there was no rebellion. But that's another issue. Look at the current scenario in Karnataka. At least 10 BJP MLAs and MLCs have quit the party so far. If politics is about optics, the BJP is having a terrible run in the southern state ahead of May 10 elections. Former Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar, a prominent Lingayat face, resigned from the BJP after being denied party ticket. The 6th-term MLA, Shettar, who had ideological moorings in the RSS, was the leader of the opposition during the previous Congress regime. He is now contesting on a Congress ticket. And he is blaming BJP's General Secretary Organization BL Santosh for his exit. Loyalty to a person, that is Santosh, loyalty to a person is more important than loyalty to the party, Shettar has said, taking a dig at Santosh. The BJP denied him the ticket for the Hubli-Dharwad central seat and gave it to Mahesh Tenginakai, a confidant of BL Santosh. Shettar has also alleged that former Minister S.A. Ramdas was denied a ticket in Mysuru to accommodate T.S. Srivatsa, who is close to Santosh again. Former Deputy Chief Minister Lakshman Savdi, another prominent Lingayat leader, also quit the BJP after he was denied a ticket. He is contesting the polls on a Congress ticket now. Incumbent and former MLAs walking over to rival camps, party workers protesting on the streets, and leaders publicly criticizing the High Command. These used to be the hallmark of the Congress and regional parties during election seasons. For a change, the BJP is witnessing all these in Karnataka. Just think of Prime Minister Narendra Modi having to call a senior party leader, K.S. Ishwarappa, to say that he was happy about Ishwarappa showing commitment to the party. That sums up the BJP's state of affairs in Karnataka. The unstated message of that call was, thank you so much for not quitting the party. Ishwarappa was first asked to opt out of the electoral days, and then his wish for a ticket for his son was rejected. So what are the BJP's criteria for giving tickets to candidates? Over the last 9 years, party leaders have been citing a set of unwritten guidelines. No ticket to candidates above 75, no promotion of dynasties, a clean image, and winnability, of course. Ishwarappa's exclusion could be attributed to his age, he is 74, and probably also the controversy over that Belgavi contractor Santosh Patil's suicide. Patil had written a letter to the Prime Minister alleging that Ishwarappa's aides demanded 40% commission for releasing payment. Ishwarappa had to resign from the cabinet. Although Udupi police later gave a clean chit to him, he was not brought back into the cabinet. With the Congress launching a campaign over this 40% commission government, the BJP obviously found it safer not to give Ishwarappa or his son a party ticket. It was certainly not the age criterion, because the party has fielded G.S. Thipa Reddy, for instance, who will turn 76 in a couple of months, in Chitradurg. Age couldn't have been the criterion for denying a party ticket to Shettar either, because he is only 67 years old. Lakshman Savdi is 63. And if it's about a clean image criterion, Thipa Reddy didn't fit the bill exactly, because he had been accused of taking 90 lakhs as a bribe by the Karnataka Estate Contractors Association. Given the BJP's stand on dynastic politics, the party has certainly been rather selective in Karnataka. It has given a ticket to Yadurappa's son Vijayendra from his father's constituency, Shikaripura. Yadurappa's elder son Raghavendra is already a BJP MP. BJP MLA, the late Umesh Katti's son and brother, both have been given BJP tickets. While Ishwarappa's son was denied ticket even after the father withdrew from the electoral race, Minister Anand Singh, who opted out of the race to make way for his son, he could get the party ticket for his son, Siddharth. In 2019, the BJP had given a Lok Sabha ticket to sitting MLA Shashikala Jole's husband, Anna Sahab. In 2023, when her husband is an MP, she has been given a BJP ticket in the assembly election again. Both husband and wife were given BJP tickets in the 2018 assembly elections. Another instance, the BJP denied a ticket to MLA Arvind Limbawali, but had chosen to give it to his wife Manjula in Mahadevpura. There are many more names of dynasties and politicians' relatives in the BJP's list of candidates in Karnataka. This in fact prompted Congress spokesman Gaurav Vallabh to take a jibe at the BJP. He said that 34 BJP candidates were there, quote unquote, due to nepotism. There are three words or issues that form the core of Prime Minister Modi's appeal in assembly elections: corruption, dynasty and double engine Sarkar. A string of corruption charges has dogged BJP MLAs and ministers in Karnataka in the past 4 years. So much so that the BJP seems to have stopped bothering about these charges while selecting candidates. Thipa Reddy's candidature is just one example. The second major issue Prime Minister Modi raises invariably in election speeches is how dynastic politics is the biggest enemy of democracy. Well, while campaigning in Karnataka, if PM Modi talks about the dynasties now, he may want to check out the background of party candidates present on the dais, because he may end up hurting the prospects of many BJP candidates if he keeps harping on dynastic politics. As for his promise of double engine growth, suffice it to say that PM Modi in his 8 visits to Karnataka this year has chosen to focus on the achievements of his government at the centre, without having much to say about the Basavaraj Bombay government's developmental works. These odds aside, the BJP can still bank on Modi's personality cult and Hindutva to romp home in Karnataka, although there lingers a big question mark on the impact, given how Modi's magical words, corruption, dynasty and double engine, have been rendered hollow by his party. If one must clutch at straws in what appears to be a tough electoral battle ahead, here is one. Remember Kripal Parmar, the BJP rebel in Himachal Pradesh? Weeks before the polls in the hill state, Modi had called him and urged him to sit out of the polls. Mera Kripal aisa nahi kar sakta. Well, Kripal did not relent. In Karnataka, Modi called up Ishwarappa last Friday. He might have been apprehensive of his adverse reaction, Ishwarappa's adverse reaction, after the party denied a ticket to his son. As it is, Ishwarappa looks mollified, for now at least. That's all from me in this episode of Politically Correct. Thanks for watching. Before I wind up, I have an appeal to you. At ThePrint, we believe in non-hyphenated journalism, high quality, fair and questioning journalism. Our exceptional ground reporting is something we are very proud of, and encourage reporters to travel across the country to tell us stories no one does. All of this comes at a huge cost. To encourage us and support our work, I request you to please opt in for a paid subscription. You will be able to see the process on our screen and can follow the link in the description of this video. To do so, we are also launching a host of exclusive benefits for you, like priority passes to our subscriber exclusive interactions, opportunity to get your article published on our Your Turn section, some especially curated newsletters and so on. So please support our work and click on the link in the description below to subscribe.